After Joe Biden's disastrous performance against Donald Trump in the first presidential debate, Nancy Pelosi went on CNN's Face the Nation and delivered a disastrous defense of Joe Biden. Enjoy.
Taken after the debate finds that 72% of voters now say they do not think President Biden has the mental or cognitive health to serve as president. Here with me now is one of the top officials in the Democratic Party, a close ally of President Biden, former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi. Thank you so much for being here. What is your reaction to that poll? 72% of voters say they don't think that the president is fit mentally or cognitively to be president.
Well, what do they think about the other guy? Do they think that he has the integrity to be?
They're not voting for the other guy, they're voting for you. Your guy. Yeah, like Democrats tend to vote for Democrats. Right? So if it doesn't help for you to go, that guy sucks worse. Because he didn't, first of all. So that only makes it look bad. But yeah, man, like you don't get to go like, look at the other guy. The people, like if you want me to shop at your store, you don't get to go, hey, that store down the street, you don't want to shop there. No, like I want to know why I should buy that though. In your store, I'm in your store and I'm looking at this and this don't look right. Hey, you don't want to see the other one down the block. They got really bad stuff. So the whole argument is just lame. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think they're convincing anyone. At this point, anybody knew. At this point, what they're trying to do is get people from defecting. Like, they want people that have been fooled up to this point to lie to themselves, to make it okay, to ignore what they just witnessed. Keep going, Nancy. You're doing great. Oh, and remember, this was the next day or two. Nancy has been doing this for 50 years, and she's a pro. So this is as good as she can do.
President, after that performance, let us not make a judgment about a presidency on one debate. Let's talk about what it means to people in their lives. And that's why you're not seeing much change in the polls on this.
But what you just did, Madam Speaker, was make the argument for Joe Biden's reelection in a way that he did not on Thursday night. Isn't that a problem?
I don't think it's a problem. It's a bad night. I see everything as an opportunity. Okay, you want to contrast what these people can do in a debate if you're not even telling the truth, or do you want to talk?
I'm so tired of hearing about this. He didn't tell the truth. What's that got to do with your debate? You know, Biden was right there. If Trump lied, which they say he did on a number of occasions, but I got a couple of whoppers told by Biden in there as well. But here's the thing. Biden's got a mic. He's supposed to debate him. What's this whole idea? Like the moderators are supposed to, I thought they're supposed to let you talk. That was the rules. Let you talk. And if you don't like what somebody said, when it's your turn to talk, you call them out on what they said. See, the whole Democratic thing is they want to pretend that what happened was not Biden's fault. They want to lessen that. Dana Bash asked a good question. It's like, look, you guys look like garbage. Explain. And it's, hey, but what about this guy? Oh, now it's what about the refs? These are the same people that were saying before the debate, when you're calling the refs out, that means you're losing. Keep going, Nancy.
It means to you in your life when this person becomes president. This president, look, he lied about January 6th. This was a horrible event in our country's history. He was the president of the United States who instigated to.
The whole game plan for the Democratic Party is to relitigate the last 10 years. And to act as if we didn't just get a glimpse of who they say has been running the country. And does anybody really think that guy has been running the country? Now, I heard stories about Reagan being senile. You know, I heard those stories. Mostly after he left. I didn't hear about them when he was running. When he was there. If you see someone is in decline, why would you pick them? It's one thing they're in already, right? And they've been in a couple of years. They're like, let them finish out the term. Chill. The guy's going to carry him. The team's going to carry him. This guy's up for a new election looking horrible. And if he looks bad now, how's it going to look 3-4 years from now? And that everybody feels comfortable with Kamala taking over for him. Because that's what you're saying. Right now, what you're saying is, hey, guys, we got Kamala to pick him up, and there will be no election. He will be succeeded by Kamala. And then she would have to earn the spot like a normal election. I see what you're doing, Nancy. We see what they're doing. Don't we see it, guys? Do we see this playing out right now? You see what time it is? All right, let's sort of finish up. Now, this clip is not in order. I kind of condensed it out. I'm condensing these clips a little. So this was long. She talked for about 9 or 10 minutes. I think I got it down to 3 or 4.
Die.
Yeah, and I completely understand what you're doing, and you are making the arguments that you are hoping that Democratic voters listen to about why Donald Trump is bad and shouldn't be put back in the White House. But the reality is there are still a lot of concerns that Joe Biden is the person to get you to that point, to making sure that Donald Trump is not back in there. No. Some prominent columnists, several newspaper editorial boards are just simply calling for Biden to step aside for the good of the country. Tom Friedman, a friend of President Biden's, wrote the following. He wrote, Joe Biden, a good man and a good president, has no business running for re-election. If he insists on running and he loses to Trump, Biden and his family and his staff and party members who enabled him will not be able to show their faces. What do you say to that? Is there any part of you that believes that President Biden should step aside?
I want you to know I came home to California, South and North, and people are for Joe Biden.
Man, that is classic. That's classic. Wow. Is there any part of you at all that thinks Joe Biden should step down? You know, when I went to the store last week, I saw somebody in the aisle. They were wearing a T-shirt. I was like, that's a nice shirt. And it had an inscription on it, and it was cute. Nancy, not even Nancy, could lie well enough to defend Joe Biden at that point. That's what that looked like to me, Johnson. What did you guys think about that? That's what I think. Put it in the comment section if you think Nancy Pelosi, a liar, a professional liar, ran out of lies. Sounds like she ran out of lies, Johnson. That's depressing for her anyway.